there isn't a silver bullet. You got to put the effort in. But the difference between MPT and other programs is they help you understand and get there. It's how do we make this work for your lifestyle? And that's the big differentiator between MPT and other programs.
Okay, here we are at Powerhouse Gym, Bayswater, Melbourne, Victoria, with MPT Rebuild success client Phillip Zada. Today we're going to go through a bicep and tricep workout, also known as an arm workout, and have a chat about how Phil lost 46 kilos in total now,
yep.
And he's currently sitting at 12.4% body fat. About to turn 40, or you're 39, I think, aren't you?
Turning 39 this year.
Turning 39 with 3 kids and how many businesses?
2.
3 kids, a wife, and 2 businesses.
Yes.
Let's do it, man. Okay, so we've just done our 10-minute warm-up on the treadie. We've done a few sets back and forth. We're actually gonna do a little bit of a different workout to what I usually do with MPT training system, the heavy stuff. We're gonna do some supersetting bicep, tricep. 1, because I want to fill these arms up and make this guy look huge on camera. And 2, I've got a bit of a shoulder injury that doesn't enable me to go as heavy as I'd like to. So we're gonna compensate. Instead of not training at all, I'm gonna do a modified workout. We're gonna start here on tricep pushdown, and we're gonna superset that with low cable curls. The idea is to still take the muscle to failure, but in whatever rep range happens under a weight and load that we can feel and get good mind muscle connection. So we've done our warm-ups here, we're gonna go straight into our working set. It's gonna be a few, I apologize.
I was going to say the failure thing is a big mindset shift. I think that'll be really good to emphasize.
So we're going straight into curls.
Many reps later.
Try and keep those elbows out in front on the negative. Out in front, so it's the bicep only. Beautiful. Squeeze. Another one. Do one more. All here. Then the 3-second negative. Okay, so while we're catching our breath in between sets, tell me, Phil, what was your rebuild results?
Down from a starting 127.
127?
To 81.6 kilos.
81. Far out. So what's that, 40?
About 46 kilos, just a tad under.
So 46 kilos, yep.
Yep, down to 12.2% body fat.
12.2% body fat.
Seeing definition, which I haven't seen since high school days. So that's a surprise that guy still exists.
Yep.
It's been really good in terms of the mentality change as well.
Awesome. So what was your first 12-week result? So first 12-week rebuild?
First 12 week, 18 kilos.
18 kilos. So that's a
totally.
1.5 kilo a week rate of loss?
Yep.
And was that hard or was that pretty, describe that process, 12 weeks?
Yeah, so obviously the first couple of weeks was getting to the cows without losing too much. But then after that, it actually became surprisingly simple. In relation, like I wasn't starving.
Okay.
You know, I was enjoying the food.
Yep.
The gym, it took a couple of weeks for the body and the mind to connect and say, let's get in there.
Yeah.
But then after about, I think, week 3 or week 4, I felt anxious if I'd miss a day at the gym.
Yeah,
I'd have to
and
go
guilty.
that afternoon, you know, you feel guilty and
Yeah, love it.
you just want to get in on it.
Awesome. So you're pretty new to the gym, aren't you? Like before me, you dicked around a little bit, but never followed a proper structured program, correct?
Yeah, I was it's typical yo-yo.
Yo-yo,
Up and
yeah.
down. The last time I worked out was probably 2017, 18, the beginning of there.
Wow.
I lost weight originally. I got to about 100 kilos just on cardio, no weights.
Yep.
As soon as I stopped that, straight back up, which is, you know, really upsetting at the time, and it just deflated me. It was probably like 3rd or 4th time.
Yep.
I never thought just by doing weights.
You can lose fat faster.
Yeah, exactly.
And keep it off. Yeah.
Keep it off, that's the big thing.
Awesome.
Many reps later.
Fuck it, I'm going for it.
Many reps later. Many reps later.
So while we're resting from our second set, I wanted to ask you, you lost 18 kilos in the first 12 weeks with the MPT Rebuild. You've gone on to lose 46 in around a year, I believe.
Yep.
Ups and downs, you've had trips, you've bought businesses.
COVID.
There's Christmas. Every excuse in the books has happened to you. What were some of the things that you tried before the MPT Rebuild?
Tried the cardio.
So with cardio, what do you mean by that? You went and did boot camps, or you just
No, just like
walking?
an hour and 20 cardio at the gym, different machines. Light weights, nothing crazy.
Light weights, yep.
Lost weight, was able to eat a bit more,
Yep.
but as soon as you stopped, straight back up.
Weight goes back up.
I tried, everything from lemon detox.
Lemon
gave that a go. Great results, but again, same thing. Straight back up. Tried F45. Worked well for about a month until I stuffed my shoulder. Personally speaking, the way that I was treated wasn't great after that, because it was like, oh, you stuffed your shoulder, big deal, you're still paying us. So that was, a bit disappointing.
Keto?
Yeah, tried the keto side of things.
Fasting? No.
Intermittent fasting, I did try it for a little bit.
Yep.
Maybe about 9 months before I gave you a bus. It was good, but then I found it hard to keep up with the schedule with the busy routine. That was the biggest problem.
Yep. Yep.
Especially when you're like on the go from 7 a.m. in the morning, you're starving, all day, and that's all you can think about.
Yeah. Okay, so all those things worked short term, but none of them work long term like
Nothing's lasted.
the rebuild, right?
No. Rebuild, I know, like case in point, went to Bali for a couple of weeks. Effectively paused the rebuild.
Yep.
Looked after what I ate, but I couldn't work out as much. Barely noticed the change in my weight when I came back.
Came back like a kilo heavier or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like 1.5 kilos, but then I dropped it within like 2 days.
Straight away, yeah. The biggest difference is an MPT Rebuild is a lifestyle upgrade. We're giving you a new identity as someone who goes to the gym 5 days a week, trains to failure, eats the right foods regardless of how they feel, and you fit that in with your lifestyle, and here's the result.
What foods you like? So it's not like you're sitting there saying, oh, eat broccoli and rice all day.
Yeah.
The spag bowl, the steaks, the wraps, the ice cream.
Yeah, whatever you want. We make it work.
You might slip every now and again going out to dinner and stuff like that, but when you're out to dinner, you still get the steak.
Yeah.
You just balance it.
Perfect.
Many reps later.
Guys, 1, 2, 3.
All right, Phil, I wanted to ask you, before starting with the MPT Rebuild, what were some of your concerns working with an online coach that you didn't know from Adam? Because there's plenty of us online these days.
Whether it would just be a cookie cutter program,
Template style, set and forget.
Set and forget. Yep. You're just signing up to a system that just sends you emails automatically, talk to you once a month, and then that's it. That it wasn't really tailored. But then give it a go. First few weeks, I was like, wow, there's actually a bit of tailoring here. And that alleviated a lot of their concerns.
Okay, so you're worried that it was like an automated, templated,
yeah.
AI-generated online influencer kind of style model.
Where some guy just taken his routine, sold it. Without thinking about anybody else's, everyone's got different circumstances, different body builds, body shapes.
Yeah.
It's not like that whole, standard boot camp, or F45.
One size fits all.
One size fits all, which doesn't in real life.
Okay, yeah. And what was the experience with us versus your expectations of it?
Still here, so it's pretty good.
He must be enjoying it.
Must be enjoying it. It was just the personalization, I think, is really important. If there's ever any concerns I have where, hey, you know, I think I went over today because I had to go out or whatever, you know, quick message back and forth. It's like, yep, just cut this the next day or do this instead.
Yeah.
One thing that really surprised me was when I say, hey, you know, I'm feeling really good. I feel like doing another set this week. You're like, nah, don't do it.
Yeah.
And I've never seen a trainer say that, which is good. But there's obviously reasons for that, right?
Yeah.
And that's what's really important.
Yeah, awesome. So this is working set 1 of a 3-set superset.
Yep. Let's go.
Oh, can you give me a bit of hand to get this down? Just push on that for me. Okay, once I'm in. Yep, there we go. Got to get 20 on this too.
5 on each side.
Yeah, 4 by 5, yeah. So tell me, before starting the rebuild, you were 37,
Yes.
you run 2 businesses, you're married, you got 3 kids. Did you have any self-doubts about what was possible for someone in your circumstances?
Yeah, I didn't think I'd have enough time to dedicate.
Yep.
You know, thinking it's going to be crazy, you know, working out 7 days a week, eating like crazy, blah, blah. But then, you know, when we went down to 5 days a week, 1 hour a day, like that's nothing.
Okay.
In the scheme of things, right?
Yep. So your biggest concern was time. Being a dad, businesses, husband, you're worried about, oh, what's this guy going to get me doing?
Yeah.
Cardio in the morning, weights at night, 7 days a week, 7 meals a day.
Yeah.
And it just wasn't that, was it?
No, it was definitely not that. It actually worked within my schedule.
Yeah.
You know, I found the hour in the morning, I now prefer it. You know, it's more quieter at the gym, you get pumped for the day.
Yeah.
And
And it anchors your business day as well, doesn't it?
Oh, 100%. You're focused, that's the key thing.
Yeah. And then at night when the business is done and the kids are there, you can be dad. You don't have to worry about going back out to the gym because it's done first thing in your morning. Yeah. Love it. So you mentioned before that you tried keto, F45, cardio, all the rest of it. When you first inquired to work with me in the MPT Rebuild, what were some of your doubts considering you'd tried things before and they'd failed?
Well, first one, is this just another fad? Like, is it something that's just gonna be really good at the beginning and then as soon as I'm off it, I'm stuffed? Am I gonna be able to commit my time to do it?
Yeah.
Because a lot of things, especially with 3 kids, 2 businesses, go through your mind. Looking after yourself isn't usually priority.
Comes last.
It comes last. But I think I mentioned to you one of the reasons why I started with you was because I want to be there, you know, in my 50s, you know, 60s, 70s, 80s.
Yeah.
You know, and the way I was going, I wasn't going to get there.
Yeah. So you're telling me before that you've tried a bunch of things before.
Yep.
How did you overcome the self-doubt of this not becoming another thing? Where you did it for a little while, got a bit of a result, and then faded away again. How did you overcome that self-doubt?
It's like climbing up a hill, right? You just got to keep pushing till you get to that peak. And then you realize there's another hill behind it. And you just set your goals and you go move there slowly.
Yeah.
You don't try to, you know, take on Everest as an analogy. You know, you go step by step and you
Get to 6% in 10 weeks.
Yeah, exactly. You can't do that, right?
Yeah.
Having the strategy and plan, roadmap, best way to put it.
Yeah.
On this is where we are, this is where we're going to be, this is our milestones. Like to me, that talks to me as a business owner because that's what we do that day to day.
Yeah.
Putting that perspective helped me have the confidence to keep going. So one of the other really important things about the program and about the team at MPT was the support network. Whether it be the chat with the rest of the boys, or we can ask the questions.
Yeah.
When things got tough, and having business, as you know, it gets tough. You're going to have your ups and downs, but when you're down, you just feel like I want to be locked away in my room and not do anything.
Yeah.
You just ask the group, and a lot of guys are in the same space. Like you're not the only one experiencing this.
Correct.
And
Yeah.
having that support network was just simply amazing.
Awesome.
Many reps later. Many reps later.
During the whole MPT rebuild, you've lost 46 kilos. You're down to 12.4% body fat. What's this done for your life, man? Like, obviously, you look $1 million, you're feeling good. What other areas of your life has it positively impacted?
Coming from the father perspective,
Yeah,
I couldn't keep up with my kids.
yeah.
I would be puffed out, I'm sitting down. I think I told you recently when we went to Bali, took the kids surfing for the first time.
Yeah, wow.
I lasted the 2 hours.
Wow.
The other dads were out, gone and out in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Back on the beach.
Which you would have been at 126 kilos
I would have
before
been-
doing the rebuild, right?
100%.
Yeah.
And the moment that was just like, hit the nail on the head, excuse the language, but fuck, this is worth it,
Yeah.
was the moment when me and my two kids, so 10 and 7, all stood up on the surfboards together and we're coming in together.
Yeah,
in line.
wow. How cool is
And
that?
the smile on my face, my wife said she could see it from the beach. It was just a proud moment for me that I did this for them, and that was my biggest motivation.
That was your why in the beginning, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Be a fit father. What about energy for your business? Clarity of thought?
Oh, definitely. I'm able to, especially on the workout days, like I come in pumped and ready, full of ideas, blood flow's going, I last to the end of the day, I'm not 2 o'clock, I'm done kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it's really good.
Amazing. So you'd say that the MPT rebuild has helped with your businesses as well,
100%.
as being a better father?
Being a role model.
Yeah, correct.
You know what I mean? Because
Being a father figure, and a good one.
being a father figure, because you notice, you see it all the time when school drop off, you see the big dads and then they got the big kids. No offense, everyone's got their own thing, right?
Yeah.
But I didn't want that for my kids.
Amazing. Beautiful. You lost 18 kilos in the first 12-week rebuild. When did the compliments start coming in?
Pretty much within the first 6 weeks.
First 6 weeks.
First 6 weeks, because
Yeah.
I think 10 kilos in the first 6 weeks.
10 kilos in 6 weeks, yep.
So that was a big change. I was like, okay. I noticed that when the triple XLs went down to the XL, then the Ls.
Yeah.
That's when I picked it up.
Okay.
When you're at home, work from home, you're comfortable in your casual trackies and whatever, you don't see it.
Yeah.
As soon as you start putting out the going out clothes, then it becomes, and then people are just like, oh, what are you doing? Already started, did you do the surgery? Are you on the pills? Are you on this? Are you on that new thing they use for diabetes, whatever it's called?
Ozempic.
Yeah, that one. And I just had to tell them, no, I'm training, and I showed them the videos, showed them the photos,
Yep.
check-ins.
And what did that do for your confidence, man? Like getting those kind of questions and assumptions that you're on a drug, a type 2 diabetes drug.
Yep.
Obviously you got, fast results and these people are complimenting you. What did that do for your confidence?
Oh, it was amazing. If anything, it motivated me to keep going.
Keep going.
That's the key thing. They'd be asking, how did you do it? Well, weight training. Oh, what are you training? 3 hours a day? No, an hour a day.
Yeah.
I show them photos of the meals that I'm eating, bowls of this and that. And like, you're eating that and you're losing weight. Yes, not that hard.
Amazing. All right, I also want to ask you, what does the wife think of the new rig now, mate?
Well, I always say to people when they ask me why'd you do it, I said it's just to keep her interested. No, but she's been great. She's really supportive.
Yep.
The libido's gone up, which is great since losing weight.
Excellent.
So that's a plus.
Yep.
But if anything, it's helped me have that confidence to say, you know what, because I think, my wife's a 10 to me, she's mine. But, you always have that in the back of your mind. There's some other guys who are going to be, more built, more physical, but this is like, drives me to say, nah, I'm the one.
Yeah.
Even though if I say that to her, she'll think I'm crazy.
Yep.
But it's just the guy thing.
That's good, man.
Yeah.
I like that. All right, so we're finished with pin-loaded dips and cross-body hammer curls. Now we're going to superset a tricep preacher where your elbows are fixed and we're squeezing like this with a supinated dumbbell curl. So we're going to do 2 or 3 sets of this depending on how we feel. So the key with this is full range of motion. I cannot get any more flexion because my bicep is stopping me from getting any more flexion.
And you don't have to necessarily be sitting on the seat either. So
Well, I'm kind of hovering, yeah. So at 38 years old, turning 39, you've lost 46 kilos. What sort of bad old habits did you have to fend off during the rebuild process?
Snacking.
Snacking.
Snacking, you know, always walk past the kitchen, a bit of nuts here, a little bit of chocolate here, soft drink here. That was the biggest pain in the ass to break.
Yep.
But substituted it. If I want to have soft drink, I have a Pepsi Max or a Coke Zero.
Excellent.
You know, in terms of the snacks, I'd say like, okay, what can I substitute out of what I'm currently eating, but within the same calorie range, if there is that. Especially early on in the program, I was eating, I think, 6 times a day. The other thing as well was just that procrastination. That was the biggest thing when I was overweight. Whereas now it's kind of like, I know I'm motivated and just get it done. And it's kind of shifted that mentality across.
And what do you think about doing the rebuild to shift to that mentality? You think it's having the plan, having the accountability, having the goal, the roadmap, like you mentioned earlier? Do you think that's what it is? That's what it was?
Kind of like a military mindset in a way, without being that stringent, you know? It's kind of like put the plan, execute the plan, see the results, adjust.
That's it.
That kind of thing.
Yeah.
And just rinse and repeat.
Yeah. And do you find that that's a good lifestyle to have?
Definitely.
It's probably what helped you with your business, everything, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Everyone thinks that everything has to be done straight away.
Yeah.
And it can't be. But you can execute it in order of priority and you just work it through that way.
Yeah, very cool. And how has like the MPT rebuild system affected the rest of the family? Like obviously you going to the gym in the morning doesn't really affect them, but things with your nutrition and mindset, how's that helped?
We used to take the kids at least once or twice a week to Macca's, KFC, shit like that. Gone now. You know, it's easier. Like my kids, for example, now prefer me to make them the cut chips in the air fryer than the ones out of the freezer or buy them, you know, stuff like that. And it just shifted them over to something healthier.
Great. So overall a net improvement.
Oh, 100% improvement.
Many reps later.
Okay, so you mentioned earlier that you hadn't really done much weight training before joining the MPT Rebuild.
Yep.
How did the training app, the video explainers, the webinar, how did that help you as an online client?
I found them more comfortable. And the good thing is that there was no judgment when we were doing the reviews. If you stuffed it up, you stuffed it up. Then you'd show how to do it, refer to the video. If that wasn't enough, there'd be more content you'd send my way.
Yep.
Like for example, I explained with the biceps, right? I wasn't doing it right, I wasn't bringing the elbows out. As soon as I started doing that, I noticed, you know, the biceps were growing.
Right.
And with the other exercises, it's been really good.
Yep.
It's always good just to refer to it, have a refresher.
Awesome. So 12-week rebuild, you lost 18 kilos, which is massive, man. 1.5 kilos a week for 12 weeks straight, it's awesome.
Yep.
What made you say, you know what, I'm not done yet?
I'll be honest, when I first joined, I was like, I'm gonna give this a shot for 12 weeks, take the routine on myself and just go by myself. But then I thought, you know what, let's see how far I can take this. 6 months, 12 months later, I'm still here and I'm looking to keep going.
46 kilos down.
46 kilos down. I think when we originally spoke, it was like, I wanna get out of the triple figures.
Yeah.
I'm well under that at the moment, you know?
Yeah.
And now I've got into that lean state I wanted to get to. Now it's the next stage. Let's start bulking, let's start getting bigger.
Let's start building muscle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I figured, you know, if I've come this far, let's keep going.
Why stop now?
Exactly, let's just keep smashing it out. And it's not like it's a dry program. You're not repeating the same shit over and over again.
Yeah.
It changes, it's a different routine, but it's good because then you don't get bored.
So when you say it doesn't get boring, what do you mean by that? So the program rotates every month?
Yeah, so originally it was every 2 to 4 weeks that it will change.
4, yeah.
And then it's gone longer from that, so 6 weeks. And it's good because it allows you to learn the different exercise, different muscle groups. And then you start to pick what's your favorites and what's not, you know what I mean? What you like and what you don't
Spot
like.
on. Yep.
And if there's something, you know, you don't like, but you like something else, you can always substitute yourself and you know it's the same muscle group.
Correct. Awesome. All right, so we're moving into a breacher curl machine here just to isolate the biceps. Before we move into that, mate, I want to talk specifically about what the MPT Rebuild consisted of for you. From gym program to meal plans, give us a bit of a rundown on what we actually did.
Pretty much a lifestyle change.
Yep.
To summarize it. The customized meal plan, and it's not a rigid meal plan. Like I think after a few weeks, I'll tell you, hey Mike, I don't really like a lunch. You switch it up for me. Mike, I'm getting cravings for sweet, something sweet. Cool, let's bring some ice cream into it and we'll substitute this out. You know, really great. The app with the training videos and, you know, actually showing how it's done. Not just, I'll go look at this website and we're good to go.
Or a PDF.
Or the PDF,
Spreadsheet.
You have to track the exercises. Is really motivational.
Yep.
Especially when it lets you know, hey, you've done a personal best here, or you know,
Increase weight from week to week.
Exactly. Yep. Having the group with the chat with the boys, you know, being able to throw questions, people ask. And when you actually go in there and start saying, oh, I can help this guy with this problem because I've had it before.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really awesome.
Good community, yeah. And specifically what we did is we started your calories quite low.
Yes.
Then we built them up.
Yep.
Until we created a new maintenance, which basically means a new amount of calories at a new body fat percentage.
Yep.
And then we carved them back down to get you all the way to 12.2% body fat today.
Yeah, so
which is amazing.
I was surprised. We were sitting, I think, about 3,800 calories a day.
We built them up high, didn't we?
Yeah, and I was losing weight, like 1-2 kilos a week. I'm like, all right, this is good.
Yep.
And then
eating more and losing fat.
Yeah, I was like, I didn't think that was possible, but there you go. It started to cut. Obviously, it was a bit of a slog in the beginning, but then we got used to it. Then we brought in the high carb days, which is really awesome because that was the day you look forward to. You know, the kids love the high carb days because that's the day the burgers would come out. It was really good.
Awesome. Cool. When you get to the top, squeeze, back down. Yep. Hip this back, it's rolling forward. Your body's very good at compensating, my man. You gotta force it not to. Here we are with your first scan when we started.
Yep.
And your scan from 2 days ago. Let's read out the body fat percentage for the camera.
33%.
33%. So this is your first scan?
Yep.
How much body fat percentage did you have 2 days ago?
12.4.
12.4. Amazing. So that means you've lost 20, the best part of 20% body fat.
Yep.
Which is amazing. What was your real age at the time of scanning?
37.
37. So when you started, you were 5 years older based on your physical.
Yep.
Now, unfortunately, 2 days ago, you don't have the bio age on this scan because it's a different scan.
Yep.
But how old do you feel now?
I feel like I'm 30 again, mate.
You feel like you're 30 again, yeah.
I feel better than I did when I was 30. So
exactly. So you've gotten, the point I'm trying to make is you've gotten older between scans, but you're looking younger, you're feeling younger, and you've dropped a total of, if we go in kilos, 30 kilos of body fat. And the other thing you can notice here, man, is you've gained a couple of kilos of fat-free mass, which is muscle mass as well.
So visceral fat's a big one.
Visceral fat, yeah. Well, your visceral fat, which is the fat around your organs, has gone down from 15 down to 4.
Well, at least I know I'm going to live longer, hopefully.
Correct. And that's why you're not feeling 42 anymore, you're feeling 30. All right, so now that we're 12.4% body fat, the next phase for us is building the lean body mass, is to build some muscle size, right?
Yes.
Whilst keeping the body fat around that 12 to 15% mark.
Yeah.
And that's our next section of the rebuild, right?
The fun time.
Perfect. See my shoulder stays fixed?
Yeah.
You do that naturally. So you'll curl up and then go, you're using your shoulder instead of isolating your bicep. Okay, so we're finished with preacher curls. We're going to move into a French press with this cool machine here at Powerhouse Gym in Bayswater. But I want to ask you, mate, before we do this, have you got any final words, any words of advice to anybody watching who may be skeptical, maybe thinking this is another online money grab?
You don't know until you give it a go in relation to, you don't know what you can achieve. Coming from somebody, again, who's yo-yoed his whole life, I can honestly say it's definitely different than what I've done before. I couldn't recommend it further. It's a really good program. Support network is there, the customization is there. It's not cookie cutter program. You learn things not just on how to work out and how to eat, but you learn things about yourself.
Yeah.
You know, and you're always pushing those limits, which is really awesome and really positive.
And it works.
And it works.
Results don't lie.
Well, as I said to you, man, we're just starting. So.
We're just starting, yeah. And while I've got you, what was your expectations on the MPT Rebuild and me in an online service versus what you actually experienced doing the program?
I'm not gonna lie, I came in skeptical.
Yep.
Thinking, all right, we'll try the 12 weeks. You know, I think it's just going to be like one of those other programs that you see and hear about. Within the first couple of weeks, my expectations changed. I think it was in the first week, we lost 3.5 kilos. And I was like, how did that happen? You know, didn't even feel that. Just come in expecting the unexpected. That's how I would say it. because you'll not only impress yourself, but people around you.
Yeah. Awesome. So anytime you're doing a tricep exercise, you want to take the tricep through full range of motion. That flexion there, I cannot flex anymore because my bicep is in the way. That means the tricep is fully stretched. All right, all done. Congratulations on the rebuild.
Thanks, man.
Well done, my man.
Yep.
Any final words or anything you'd say to anybody that's skeptical about doing an MPT rebuild?
There isn't a silver bullet. You got to put the effort in. But the difference in MPT and other programs is they help you understand and get there. It's not just like, you have to do this, and if you don't do it, you're stuck. It's how do we make this work for your lifestyle? And that's the big differentiator between MPT and other programs. You've always got somebody to talk to if you need it, whether it's personal, workout, food, whatever. There's somebody there who can, you can just bounce ideas off. I think, even on videos, Mike, I don't think this is the right way I'm doing it. What do you think? And that instant feedback was great. Not learning what you don't know, what you think you knew, but you didn't. Like, for example, you get more gains with form and light weights than bigger weights.
Yeah.
That's made a whole hell of a difference for me.
Yeah.
And I couldn't recommend it any further than I have. It's an awesome program, and that's why I'm still here.
Perfect. Until next time.